Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in day 1 of the 5-star buff booster raid tournament with no blues. I'm going to feature my 5 raid flags with commentary, and as far as my defense goes, I do have Bernadette at tank, I've got Hather and Ceres on the wings, or rather on the flanks, and then I've got Regin and Bartholomew on the wings. I do have the Cleric version of Hather. This is the one that gives the heal over time, and the Cleric version is better for defense in my opinion anyway, because the clerics have a good chance to resist negative mana effects and effects that prevent the use of special skills, including silencing. They also recover 10% health if that is resisted, but she's also really important because of the passive that she has, where she gives the 10% boosted health and increases mana of all allies. It says 50% chance here, but because of the costume bonus, she gets that 100% guaranteed effect on special skill. So we've got my girl Hather here on defense. I've also got Ceres at the other flank, like I said, and then some strong attack 3 hitters, Regin and Bartholomew on the wings. Right now, I have not yet been attacked. Hopefully, we get a couple wins today. Today's first battle on offense is going to be against a Sludgeous tank team. They've also got Elsbeth and it looks like the Ascension Mimic at the flank, and then I think that's the Ether Mimic over there, and then Zaza on the wing. With my first flag here, I'm going to bring Ragrim, who heals after removing Fiends and half of Mega Fiends if any of those are there. I've got 2 Diachans who give the minions to steal buffs. I've got Bartholomew for his counterattack, and obviously for his Fiends and Mega Fiends that they grow into, and then Ceres for the withering and silencing. All right, let's see how this first flag goes. I'm going to start off with the 3 greens horizontally to set off that cascade of purples. Nice cascade with the greens also. Let's match the yellow diamond so I can do some tile dumping if I need to. Gonna match the other 3 greens on the left here. I'm gonna hold on to Ragrim. I don't need to use him yet. Or do I want to use him for the attack and defense growth that he gives? Yeah. Gonna match the blue dragon with the other blues. Nice cascade with the purples. That should kill Sludgeous. Awesome. Removes the dancing. It does give the mega minions to the nearby allies, but that's okay. Let's use my Diachans to heal. I'm going to match the 3 reds. It's going to set off Elsbeth, but I'll get Bartholomew and Ceres. Let's attack the 2 on the left here. Or rather, let's use Bartholomew over there, and then Ceres on one of the other ones. That way it hits everybody because of that whole more than 50% mana thing. Everybody's silenced except Elsbeth, who cannot be silenced. I'm going to hit the yellow diamond to do some tile dumping. Nice. Red cascade. Let's attack the 2 on the right. Let's use Ragrim first for the getting rid of Fiends and the attack and defense growth. And then I'm going to use Bartholomew, and then we'll use Ceres, which should hit everybody again. Awesome. I don't know why I just didn't hit the red diamond last turn, but we should be able to end this battle right now, I think. And the minions ended the battle. All right, we are 1 for 1 to start off today. Next up, we've got a Hather tank team. She is the cleric version. They've also got the red Ascension Mimic, Diachan, Hilda, and Jinder. Is that over there? Yeah, with the new costume. I am probably going to keep the same team, honestly. I know they don't have the Fiends, but Ragrim's attack and defense growth is also very useful, and because he is part of the Magic Carpet family, he gets that flight momentum, so even though he's average mana speed, he really activates more like in 7 tiles, more like a fast speed hero. All right, I'm gonna start off with the 3 purples up top here. Nice cascade with the purples. We'll be able to get my Dia-Chans right away. Let's use them, and then I am going to match the 3 greens here. Going to match the yellows and reds over here. It's going to allow me to match some reds next turn. I'm going to match the blues on the bottom right. I also had a cascade of yellows, but I'm hoping I can get a red on the bottom, and we did get a red. Nice. I'm going to use Bartholomew on the 3 on the left here. I'm going to hold off on Ceres until at least one more enemy's mana is a little bit more full. Let's hit Hathor. That should work there. All right. This will hit all 4, actually, now that Hilda's dead. And her mana shield did block the silencing. That's okay, though. Let's match these 5 greens, set up that cascade of reds. I'm going to use Ragrim and hit the green diamond so I can get him right back. Hathor is dead. I think my minion stole Ginger's effect of doing all that extra damage. All right, 1,852 damage. And we are 2 for 2 now. Next up, we are going to go up against a Sun Erniang tank team. They've also got Flip, Ruan Zhao-Ki, Bhima, and Ustad Anand. I'm going to keep the same team here. This is working out pretty nicely so far today. Let's start off with the 3 reds. Horizontally up top on the right, yeah. I can match 4 greens next turn. Nice cascade with those reds there. Let's match those 4 greens, especially where Ragrim gets a special pretty much in 7 tiles. Let's match the 3 purples here in the middle. Probably going to set off Sun Erniang. Not quite, but next turn she's going to go off. Let's match the 4 purples. That's going to give me... Actually, no, let's match the 3 greens. That should give me Ragrim. Ugh! So close that flight momentum was just low enough where I didn't get it that turn. Alright. Let's match the 4 greens. I said greens, I meant purples. Y'all know what I meant. Oh, Dia-Chan almost died. Let's use my Dia-Chans to heal, get the minions as buffers. And I'm going to match some reds since I can get my red specials. Let's match them in the middle. Sun Erniang is dead. And we should be able to hit everybody with Ceres. I'm going to hit the 2 on the right, actually, though. Choose Bartholomew first, and then Ceres on Ustad Anand. That way it hits everybody. Everybody is silenced. Awesome. Let's hit the blue diamond, do some tile dumping here. Nice cascading. Let's use Ragrim and then match those 3 reds on the bottom left so I can get my red specials back. Let's use Bartholomew on the right, Ceres, and this battle's going to be over pretty soon. Probably the Mega Fiend going to kill Ruan. And it did. All right, we are 3 for 3 now. Next up, we've got a Ceres tank team. They've also got Li Q, they've got Bonga, Ustad Anand, and another Li Q. All right, I'm going to have to mix up the team a little bit here. I am gonna take out Ragrim, although... Yeah. Let's bring in Rosalind for the Mega Minion and the Garrison Guard family, or passive rather, that removes Wither every 4 turns to Guard Rally. That's the word I was looking for. I'm actually going to bring in Kushaku for this. I want that 5-tile mindless attack. And then let's bring in... Do I just want to bring in a yellow team here with Ratgrub? I think I do, actually. Yeah, let's do that. And then who else they got? Bonga, Ustad Anand. I'm going to need a Dispeller. Let's bring in Rowan Zauki. And then I'll bring in off-color healer, maybe? I could bring in Ragrim. Or... Actually, do they have, like, crazy buffs? They just have the taunt from Lee Q. I don't think Ustad gives a buff. Just all enemies getting some bullshit. He gives minions after attacking all. Thinking about bringing Diachan in to steal buffs, but I think I'd rather bring in Ceres as a silencer and Wither. Yeah. And you know what? I don't like Ratgrub for this team, honestly. Or for the opponents that I'm going up against. So let's take out Ratgrub and bring in another red, maybe another healer. Let's bring in... Could bring in Revna to reflect silencing and healing. Or that, not healing, reflecting the silencing and the Wither. I think I want to do that. Yeah. Alright, here we go. This battle's going to be a little more difficult, I think. Or do I want to bring in Bernadette with Zestique? Keep on changing my mind here, but I think I might want to do that. You know what? Let's go with this. I like this team. Gonna start off with the 3 reds on the right, I think, up against Ustad. Or... Now, let's match the 3 purples on the left. That way I can match 4 reds the next turn. And actually, that's going to set a cascade of yellows directly underneath because of the dragon staying there. Nice. Nice cascade with those reds. Awesome. Let's match the 3 reds up against Ustad now. It's going to give me Ceres and Revna. Awesome. All right. Now... I almost want to use Revna and wait on Ceres so that the silencing and Wither gets reflected back. Let's force Ceres to go off. Nice cascade with the yellows. Alright, Wither went to everybody, and Silence went to everybody but Ceres and Bonga. Alright, now let's use... I'm going to wait a turn to use Ceres still. Let's match the 4 yellows up against their Ceres. Alright, now let's heal with Rosalind. And we should be able to use Ceres now on everybody. Alright, their Ceres is dead. Let's use Ruan Zauki. This battle is going to be much quicker and easier than I anticipated, which I'm not going to complain about. Alright, this should kill Bonga now. Nice. Nice mix up of the board. Just Lee Q left. Let's see if Kushanku can finish him off. And he did. Nice. All right. That was a nice battle. We are now 4 for 4. We've got one flag left. We're going to go up against a Marnie's tank team. That's the Wildcat, so I do have to be careful of the reviving. They've also got Mother Lane and Kanan, Glass, Elkinen, Astrid, and Duval. So, probably going to try to take out Astrid and Mother Lane and Kanan first. And I'm going to mix up the team here. Actually thinking about keeping Kushanku in here. I'm going to move him to the flank, though. That way he doesn't get hit, because he's obviously got lower stats than everybody else. And then I think I'm going to bring in back in Bartholomew for this one. And we're going to keep in Rosalind for the safely cleansing Mega Minion and as a healer. And then I'm going to take out Revna. Let's bring back in Ragrim for a stronger healer and the attack and defense growth. And then let's bring in probably another yellow. Let me just split up my healers too. Then do I want to bring in Ruan Zalki? Yeah. Let's bring in Ruan. All right. And let me just make sure I got the right troops here. All right. Let's see how this last flag goes. Gonna start off with the 3 blues in the middle. That way I can match 4 yellows the next turn. Or a yellow diamond, even better. I'm going to hold off on Kushanku, I think. Yeah. All right, let's use Rosalind to heal, get that safely cleansing Mega Minion. Let's use Ruan Zalki. And then let's match the 3 greens horizontally, set off that cascade of purples directly underneath. And I'm probably going to use Kushanku on Marnie's right now. If I hit the yellow diamond, I'll get Ruan Zalki, but not Rosalind. Let's hold off on that for 1 turn. Let's match the reds up top here. Now let's hit the yellow diamond. Let's use Rosalind first to heal and use Ruan Zalki. See if that's enough to kill Astrid. Not quite. So let's put the Miles attack on Astrid. I'm going to match these 3 greens, set off that cascade of reds, which should kill Elkinen. Yes, nice. Don't set off Mother Lane McKinnon. All right. Anybody gonna get revived? Everybody's gonna get revived, of course. Of course. Crazy. And Kushanku's dead. All right, let's attack the 3 in the middle here with Bartholomew. Let's match the greens here with the blues so I can get Ragrim special. Let's use Ragrim, match these 3 yellows up the middle. Let's match the red diamond. I don't think that's going to be enough to kill Marnie since I only have 1 red. Let's match the 4 reds up against Astrid. It's going to be Bartholomew. Really wish I had Kushanku still. Elkadin's dead from that massive cascade. Please do not revive Elkadin. Okay, thank you. Everybody stay alive. Thank you. Duval is dead for now. Let's match the red diamond here. It's going to set off Marnie's, but that's okay. Don't kill Rowan. Thank you. Alright, Lemon Cannon is dead. We should be okay now because I think Astrid should die from the fiends in a moment. Yes. Alright, so just Marnie's left. Marnie's going to revive again. Die, please, from the yellow tiles. Nice. Alright. So we ended up going 5 for 5 today. So we ended up going 5 for 5 here on day 1. Right now ranked in the top 1%. From a leaderboard perspective, we're ranked 1607. And we are like 28 points behind first place. Obviously, this is usually what day 1 looks like, and we have not had any attacks on the defense yet. Hopefully we get at least 1 or 2 wins here so we can get at least an A or a B rating. But day 1 went pretty smooth here today. Let me know how your day 1 5-star buff booster raid tournament went today, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.